A pleasant day, everyone. I am Ashley Elisha B. Daga-ang, Decimate 2 from Econ 122 73106 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. TTHS. This is my assignment number 13 entitled Trading. First question is, define what is trading. Differentiate local trading from international trading. Trading is the act of buying and selling of financial instruments such as stocks, bonds, currencies, and commodities in market, with the goal of making a profit by capitalizing on fluctuation within a specific time frame. Local trading and international trading lies their differences not only in their definition but also in its regulation, currency use, geographical scope, transportation, and volume of trade. So to differentiate, local trading involves the exchange of goods and services within the same country. In local trade, transactions are conducted using the local currency such as the Philippine peso of the country where the trade occurs. Local trade does not typically bring about significant changes in the national income of a country. International trading, on the other hand, involves the exchange of goods and services across international borders or territories on a global scale. In international trade, it involves the use of standard currency such as the US dollar for transactions. It is typically subject to control by a governing body such as the World Trade Organization, which referees international trade and promotes non-discrimination and further liberalization in commerce. So in terms of its key differences, the first one is the geographical scope. International trade involves the exchange of goods and services between different countries, while local trade occurs within the borders of a single country. In terms of transportation, international trade may involve transportation through sea, air, or land routes, whereas local trade is mainly carried out through the land routes. In terms of its volume of trade, the volume of trade in international trade is typically higher than that of local trade. And in terms of its impact on national currency, international trade can impact the value of the national currency, while local trade does not have a significant impact on the national currency. Conclusively, local trade is simpler and more confined within a national border, while international trade is more complex and involves a wide range of factors and consideration. Both play important roles in the overall economy. Second question is, who are the winners and losers of local and international trading? The winners and losers of local and international trading can be understood through various perspectives and implications. In terms of local trade, the winners are consumer, local businesses, and specialized local producers, while the losers are inefficient local businesses and consumer with niche preferences. In terms of international trade, the winners are consumers, export-oriented businesses, and countries with comparative advantage, while the losers are the less competitive domestic businesses, workers in import competing industries, and developing countries. Overall, local and international trade have both positive and negative consequences. Understanding the potential winners and losers is crucial for policymakers and businesses to make informed decisions that promote economic growth while minimizing negative impacts. The third question is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of local and international trading? In terms of local trading, the advantages are, first, its support for local economy. Second, reduced transportation costs. And third is cultural understanding. While its disadvantages is its limited market reach, vulnerability to local economic condition, and competition from international imports. While in terms of international trading, its advantages are, first, access to diverse market, second is economies of scale, third is cultural exchange and innovation. While its disadvantages, these are risk of proprietary information theft, impact on local production, dependency on foreign markets. In conclusion, both local and international trading offer distinct advantages and disadvantages, impacting businesses, economies, and local communities in various ways. Understanding these factors is crucial for businesses and policymakers to make informed decisions regarding trade strategies and economic development. Fourth question. Explain the production possibility frontier. The production possibility frontier, or PPF, represents the point at which an economy is most efficiently producing its goods and services, and therefore allocating its resources is the best way possible. Every point on the curve represents an efficient use of resources, while points inside are underachieving and outside are impossible. The PPF's slope depicts the trade-off or opportunity cost of producing more of one good and sacrificing some of the other. The PPF also serves as a tool to measure the production efficiency of commodity and helps in deciding the most beneficial commodities for society. Fifth question. Differentiate comparative versus absolute advantage and how does it work? Absolute advantage and comparative advantage deal with the country or company's ability to produce goods, but they focus on different aspects. The absolute advantage, in terms of its definition, this refers to the ability to produce a good or services with greater overall efficiency than another entity. It focuses on the efficiency of producing a single product and the ability to produce goods and services at a lower cost by using fewer inputs during the production process. In terms of its application, it is used to gauge the productivity of nations in the productions of a commodity, emphasizing the ability to produce a specific product better than any other country. While the comparative advantage, in terms of its definition, this focuses on the ability to produce a good or services with lower opportunity cost than another entity. Opportunity cost is what you gave up to produce something. In terms of its application, it helps countries decide which goods to produce and drives specialization on producing goods as it considers the relative productivity or efficiency of resources allocation between different goods or services. So, how both advantages work? So, absolute advantages, it focuses on the ability to produce more goods and services at better quality than competitors, emphasizing the uncontested superiority in production efficiency. While comparative advantage, it signifies the ability to manufacture goods or services at a relatively lower opportunity cost, driving specialization in production and leading to higher production and better efficiency. It introduces opportunity cost as a factor for analysis in choosing between different options for production diversification and drives trade decision based on the mutual benefits. To put everything into account, absolute advantage emphasizes uncontested superiority in production efficiency, while comparative advantage considers the relative productivity and opportunity cost, driving specialization and trade decision based on mutual benefits. Lastly, for the sixth question, enumerate and explain what are the common barriers to international trading. International trade, while beneficial overall, faces several hurdles that can restrict its flow. The common barriers to international trading include tariff, quotas, embargoes, subsidies, and non-tariff barriers. So, first one is tariff. Tariffs are taxes imposed on imported goods, raising the relative price compared to domestic product. Quotas restrict the quantity of imports, limiting consumers' choice and potentially leading to higher prices. Embargoes completely ban trade with a particular country, often for political or security reasons. Subsidies, a financial aid provided by a government to domestic producers, making their export cheaper and potentially harming foreign competitors. Non-tariff barriers encompass various regulations, product standards, and other conditions that hinder import, such as restriction on production content or quality. These barriers can limit the choice of product, force customers to pay higher prices, and favor rich countries that set international trade policies and standards. Economists generally agree that trade barriers are detrimental, decreasing overall economic efficiency and impeding the theory of comparative advantage, which emphasizes the benefits of free trade and specialization. Overall, these barriers can hinder international trade, impacting consumer choice, prices, and economic efficiency. So knowing about this, I hope you learn about the information about trading. That's all. Thank you.